Hi, my name is Sophia Santos, and today I'm going to be teaching you how to make what is called a granny square. I would also like to apologize for the way that I sound today. I am a little sick. My allergies are kicking my butt, but I'm gonna try my best. Okay, so first we're gonna start on this middle row, round, and it starts off with is called a magic ring or a magic circle. So you're gonna take the end and you're gonna pinch it in between these two fingers, your pointer and your thumb, and then you're gonna take it, you're gonna wrap it, and then you're going to make a cross. And then you wanna take this part, this string right here, and tuck it in between these fingers so that you can work right here. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your hook and you're going to go under this first loop, then back here, take this one right here, you're gonna take it, you're gonna twist, and that way you can see that it makes a little loop. And then with this yarn right here, you're gonna take it, turn it over, and then pull through that loop that you made. And now you can work into this ring right here. I'm gonna show you one more time. So again, pinch it, and then go over these two fingers, and then under, and then make an X. You're gonna go under this one right here, grab this, pull it, twist it, and then take right here, turn, and go through. So now I'm going to take my fingers out, and the way that I like to hold my yarn is different from other people. So you're gonna go over your pinky, under your two middle fingers, and then over your pointer finger. And you're going to hold the yarn right where this little thing is. So you're gonna hold it, and then we're gonna chain, what's called chain, which basically means you just pull and go through, and you're gonna do two more. So we have 1, 2, you're gonna make a total of 3. So you're gonna have 1, 2, and 3. And now this is gonna count as our first double crochet. So the way that you make a double crochet is that you're going to take your hook and you're going to wrap one time around the hook, and then you're going to take this hook and put it into the circle that you made, and then wrap around again, pull through, and now you should have 3 pieces of yarn on your hook, and you're going to wrap around on your hook again. This one does not count as a piece of yarn. And you're going to take it and you're going to pull the first 2 loops. And then to complete the double crochet, you're going to wrap again and then pull through the last 2 loops. And that is your first, your first actual double crochet. And you're going to do that one more time. I'll show you again. You're going to wrap, insert into the circle, pull up a loop. Now you should have 3. You're gonna wrap again, pull through 2 loops, and then wrap again and pull through another 2. You should have what looks like this. And then this is going to be, it's gonna look like a mini square. So we're gonna make a corner, which you're gonna chain 3 again. So you should have 1 loop on your hook, and then you're gonna turn, pull through, and then do that 2 more times. So they have 1, 2, and 3. And then you're going to make more double crochets. You're going to what's called yarn over, and then insert your hook into the circle again, pull up a loop. You should have 3 again, and then pull through 2 loops, and then pull through the last 2. And that's 1 double crochet, and you're going to do this in what's called groups of 3. You're going to do that and do that 4 times total. So it's gonna look like this group of 3. Then we have the chain 3 that makes it a corner, and then we're gonna do that. Repeat that 3 more times for a total of 4. The way that I learned how to do this, I was a freshman in high school, and I walked into a Dollar Tree one day, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna make my mom a sweater. I never actually ended up making my mom a sweater, But I looked up so many tutorials on YouTube and on TikTok, and I just tried to figure out how to make these so that I could put them all into the shape of a sweater, and I've just been making everything but a sweater since. But during that year, I really just wanted to get into something creative and hopefully make money from it. I do have a business for this. It's called Acro Yarn because the yarn I used is acrylic yarn. And then I just have yarn, so acrylic yarn, acro yarn it made sense to me when I was a sophomore in high school. I do make a little bit of money from this, but it's not my main income. My main income is from my actual job that I have to fund this little hobby of mine. And then, so after you do that about 4 times, you should have what looks like a square. Here, I'll show you from this side. It looks like a square, but you're missing a corner. So when we get to this point, you're going to want to chain 3. So 1, 2, 3. And then this little piece right here, it looks like a little V. You're going to stick your hook into that part. This is the chain 3 that we made earlier. You want to stick your hook in that. It's a little difficult, but it's okay. If you have to go into this little hole, into the gap between them, you can do that as well. And then you're going to pull through, and you're going to pull up a loop, but you're not going to use this. You're just going to slip what's called a slip stitch and pull through that as well. And that way you have a little square. And every time you start a new round, you're going to want to chain 3. But since we are in the middle of a cluster or group of 3, you're going to want to chain 4 so that you get to this corner. So we're going to chain 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we're going to yarn over, insert your hook into this corner, and pull up a loop. You should now have 3 on your hook. It should look like that. And then you're going to yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And you're going to do that 2 more times for a total of 3. I'll do this a little fast. And now that we have our group of 3, we're going to make a corner, and we're going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Yarn over, and then do another group of 3. So I did that a little fast, so I'll slow down and show you how to do this one more time. So yarn over, insert into this right here, and then pull up a loop. You should have 3 on your hook. You should have 1, 2, 3, and then yarn over, pull through the first 2, then yarn over and pull through the second 2. And now since I already have 2, I'm going to do 1 more. And then now that we have finished 1 corner, the easiest way to make it to where our stitches, our groups of 3 aren't like meeting at each other at a point or pulling so they're so tight, you take and you chain 1. This doesn't count as anything. It's just making it to where instead of looking like when you chain 1, this is what it should look like. When you don't chain 1, it kind of makes it look like this, and you don't want that because then you don't have a straight edge. So you chain 1, and then you repeat the process. So you're going to do 3 double crochets in here, and then after you have your first chunk of 3, you're going to chain 3 again to make the corner, and then you're going to put 3 more double crochets. When you work into corners, you want to make sure that you have you always put 2 in the corner. If you don't put 2 in the corner, it doesn't make a corner. Alright, since you have your 3 now, you're going to chain 1. It pretty much just like skips this part so that you can work into the other corners. I finished the second round off camera for the sake of time, but so I have my last corner here, and I have my first set of 3, and then I have my chain 3 done. This right here is going to count as a double crochet, so then when we get here, we're only going to put 2 double crochets. So we have 1, 2, and then once we get here, we're gonna go into the 3rd stitch, so it's gonna be 1, 2, and 3. We're gonna go into this 3rd one right here, pull up a loop, and then slip stitch into there, and that's our second row. And now, since we're not at the middle of a cluster, we're going to just chain 3. This is going to count as a double crochet, and then we're going to put 2 into here. And every time that we're working in this, we're always working into a gap. We're never going to work into one of these or any of these top stitches. That's just because that's just how we make this square. So we're going to put 2 into this, and now that is our 3. We're going to chain 1, and now since we're working into a corner, we're going to insert 3 double crochets into this one, chain 3 to make the corner, 1, 2, 3, and then you can move them over a little bit so that you have more room to work, and then insert 3 more. 1, 2, 3. And now, since we're going into a stitch that's not a corner, we're going to chain 1 and then only insert 3 double crochets. And now, after you have your 3, you're going to chain 1 and then repeat the process all the way around. I'm going to finish the rest off camera to save time. I'll see you in a second. Alright, since we started in a gap, we're going to chain 1 after we get all the way back to it. Chain 1, and then you're going to insert your hook into the 3rd stitch again. Pull up a loop, slip stitch to it. And that's how you make a granny square. Normally, if I were making anything like this bag or like a blanket, I would do, if I was making a bag, I would do 4 rounds. If I was making a blanket, I would do about anywhere from 5 to 7. But for the sake of this how-to video, I'm only going to do 3. And to finish this off, you want to cut the string and leave enough for to weave in and to make sure that your stitches don't come out. And you would just weave this into any of these and then cut the excess. I'm not going to weave mine in because I'm not going to use this for anything, but I would leave about that much left, and then you want to pull this so it closes the center like this one, and then you would take this and you would feed it through here, and so that it doesn't come out. You take it, you cut it off, and there's your square. Thank you so much.